Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our live challenge for this week.
Good evening.
So I'm here with Stuart.
Steve.
So yeah, I think just to start off then, we'll recap last week. I think we had a nice cooking session.
Yeah, good meeting.
Big thank you to Steph for running that for us.
Yeah, she was she was a professional, so she was very professional. It was a good session. I really enjoyed it, and I could see that the explorers did as well, because I think some of them had ate their brownies before the meeting finished. I've still got some downstairs.
Yeah, I tried making some the day after, and it was a complete disaster. So
no, it's good.
That's all down to my lack of skill rather than anything else. But
be good to hear from the explorers as far as whether they want to do something similar, because yeah, it was a bit different, and it was nice to have a visitor as well.
Yeah, cool.
And we had some birthdays to celebrate, which was good. That added to it as well.
Yeah.
Some debate as to what time zone we're in, I think, in the chat.
Yeah. It may be morning somewhere, but it's evening where I'm sat, so be it. Right, moving on. So this week, we've got our usual meeting, 7 p.m. on Thursday. We'll send the link out by email, that kind of stuff. There's that usual thing about badge drop-ins. So there's lots of badges and things that you can be working on even during lockdown and that kind of stuff. So we're running like a drop-in session where you can talk to a couple of leaders and get badges signed off.
Sorry to interrupt you, Steve.
Yeah,
we have.
Ooh.
The badges for camping at home. So all those that camped at home for the world record attempt, we have a badge.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
A pile of badges.
Yeah. But yeah, also in badges, you can email us if you want to go to a drop-in session. That's our email address. And that should go to all leaders, and we'll make sure it gets to the right person.
Yeah, thanks to Sean for running those drop-ins.
Definitely. No, she's very busy person. So next on the list, yeah, same thing as usual. You guys are explorers. You should be running most of your stuff yourselves. That's games, other stuff in your meetings, all that kind of stuff. So we like to get you guys running more stuff than we have done the past few weeks. So I don't know if you've got ideas that potentially the leaders could take your ideas. Potentially you can run your own ideas. Perhaps you don't have an idea, but you want to run something, and maybe if we could talk to you and help you get an idea, that could help. That could be for like a challenge during the week, a game, usual activities, etc., etc.
And the explorers that have done that have done a great job. So again, yeah, it's yours, your explorers. So yeah, let's see what you can do. And so I don't think we did any games last week, did we? Because the cooking.
Yeah, so, I don't think we had time in the end, but
if anybody prepared anything,
its usual slide about all the different games. But yeah, it doesn't have to be new. If you want to run something like what is it, like a scavenger hunt or a bingo or something that we've already done, that's brilliant. Cool. So next up, we've still got our virtual camp on the 4th and 5th of July. Do you want to say any more about that, Stuart?
I've got a few members come forward. I know a couple have said that they want to help run it. So awesome. I know Charles is on at the moment, and I know he's one of those. So again, I haven't looked at it for a few days, so might be a few more on there. But yeah, we'll start pulling that together. So if you've said you want to take part or get involved in the running of it, we'll get in touch and find out what you want to do. But it's more importantly, even if you don't want to be an organizer, let us know what you want to do, what challenges you want, and how you want to play it.
Yeah, that sounds cool. And then the last thing before we get on to the challenge, Hereford and Worcester County are running a virtual county camp for explorers, and I think network as well. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that. So yeah, that's on the 24th, 26th of July. I don't know much more just yet, so watch this space and we'll get more details as soon as we can.
Snazzy logo, so
awesome as well.
It's a snazzy logo, so hopefully the rest will be snazzy too.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, on to our challenge. So there's a few parts to this. We're going to run through a few examples of this challenge. And then we've got a little bit that you can do this evening via the YouTube chat, and then there's a bit more that you can go and take away and then do over the next few days during the week. And if you're watching this video after the fact, you probably want to skip ahead to the bit. I'll put a link in the description or something to where we start doing the bit that you can do after the fact. But yeah. So
I'm intrigued.
We are doing rebuses or dingbats or whatever you want to call them. So that's like, if you haven't come across them before, it's like a visual picture which makes a pun or something. So this would be once in a blue moon, because you've got once and it's inside moon, which is blue, if that makes any kind of sense. So that's an example. I've got another example. Hopefully somebody can post in the chat what this one is. I'll wait a bit because there's a delay on me seeing the chat. I'm sorry. That's just how YouTube works.
Well, I'm struggling on this one.
Also wondering if I've confused everybody.
It's a dingbat, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so if we think we've got two words, we've got this word, we've got this word.
Oh, I understand. I got there in the end. I think Explorers would have beat me to that. I understand, yeah.
Yeah, I think Ellie got that one.
Yeah, you got there.
Yeah. You're on the right sort of track, Rob, but not quite, I'm afraid. Charles, I don't think it actually is, otherwise you wouldn't still be typing. Okay.
Rob's put a question mark after the word brain.
Okay. So onto the live bit. So we've got 5 of them. Now this is just going to be nothing too complicated. It's just going to be first person to post the answer in the chat. I think that's the easiest way, rather than, because you can't really do this on a multiple choice quiz because you kind of give the answer away.
No.
But yeah, so the first one.
Ooh. Oh, I know what this one. I'm not going to say.
That's good. We'll give the audience a little bit of time and see if anybody comes up with it. But...
Someone must have got it. Where are you?
I'm just wondering if if there's more delay on the chat than I thought.
Well, we'll still know who's first.
Yeah, that is true. But I kind of want to find out who's got this one before I move this on to the next one. Let me see if I can.
Oh, here we go.
Ellie's got that one as well. Awesome. So that is in fact Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Rob's
on
Rob
Brain Lane.
Hood. And yeah, I'm surprised Rob didn't get that one because it had his name in it. But
Ooh.
Rob says he's not actually in a hood. Okay, so this one, I'll give you a bit of a clue. It's mildly scouting related.
Mm.
Sean's got that. Is in fact the Sixer.
Well done. I hadn't got that one.
Oh, and Fish Slap, I think, is our first explorer to get that one.
Well done. You beat me on that one.
I'm not sure whether you saw Sean's message and then typed it out, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
It was at the same time, so it's in the same minute, isn't it? Oh, what's this? Oh, I know what this one is. I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah, Ellie's got there again. Yeah, so just to answer your question, Ellie, a Sixer is so in Cubs they have sixes, which is like a patrolling scout in Cubs, and then a Sixer is the leader of that.
And they have a seconder. They still have seconders, they do that.
They do have a seconder.
Yeah.
And I was going to try and do a seconder, then I thought Sixer would be kind of a bit more obvious. So yeah, I should have moved on to the next one. But yeah, that one was in fact Blanket. And the next one.
Oh. I've got something in my head, but I can't understand why the number is the first bit.
I had to just double check that I put the right number in.
The number's significant, then, is it? The actual physical number? 1, 3, 5.
Not the specific number, but the general property of the number. Charles, you're close, but
it's the other way around.
Ellie, you're also close, but it's not quite.
Think of where it is.
In fact, Ellie is very close.
Yeah. Maybe I haven't got it right then, but I'll just... Any other guesses? Isn't it overwhelming? But how is it? Oddly overwhelming.
Charles, you're also very close.
Oh, that's good.
So
it is. What is the numbers? What numbers?
I think it's close enough that I can probably put you out of your misery. It's yeah, there you go. Ellie just got it. That just came through as I was about to say it.
Well done, Ellie.
Overwhelming odds. And then the last one for today.
That was a tough one. Well done, Ellie. Oh. Not getting this one.
I'm just gonna like quickly switch back because like all the rest of them have been like, what's different about this one?
No. No, not quite.
It's not quite there, Charles, I'm afraid.
I've got blanket in my head, but it can't be that.
Blanket was the other one.
Banquet. You got blanket.
Rob is indeed quite right.
Quite to the right, yeah. Quite on the right. See what you see. Well done, Rob.
Okay, so the next bit, I'm going to post you a link. You don't need to use that link now, but that's like somewhere to put your answers to the next set of these. So the rest of them, it's a challenge to do by the end of Wednesday, like the usual weekly challenge. So if you put them in the chat, you're giving away the answer to other people.
All right, so we just got to look at these, have we?
Yeah, and then see how you get on. So I won't be
malware. Being accused of giving them malware. Now let's be open about it. It's going to give you a virus, Charles.
Hopefully not a coronavirus. But yeah, okay.
Ooh. So we're not to answer these?
That's correct. I'm just going to put that on that. Okay, so that's number one. The second one, if you don't get them, don't worry. You can always go back and rewatch the video and pause at the right part of it. This one, I must admit, I didn't get this one when I first saw it.
You're going to blow my head up. I might have to not go to work this week. Try and work these, man.
Yeah. I will admit I've stolen most of these from random websites. That's not an invitation to go search for them. However, some of them are original, and this one, I must admit, I'm a little bit proud of it. I don't know. Maybe it's terrible, but
that was three. I think that's the one I can on there.
It's one of only a few that use color. Yeah, so that's the third one. Fourth one.
Oh.
Pod. I'm not quite sure which one you're talking about, Ellie, but I'm glad you got it, whichever.
So what we do with that form, so we fill in the answers on that form.
That's right, yeah. Charles, are we trying to start an economy here?
Ellie, go for it.
Yeah, so number 5, This is one of my absolute favourites. First saw this one. I think some of my colleagues have been to like a work conference, and yeah, they had like one of these in one of the social bits of the conference, and I came back with some highlights, and I really like this one.
Okay, I have to think about that one.
Yeah, it's not necessarily one you get, but it's one that makes a lot of sense once you told the answer. I should probably send the answers out next week to put everybody out of their misery.
Well, you'll tell us on Thursday, won't you?
Yes. Yeah. Potentially people who see this might not be there on Thursday, I guess.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
This one's hopefully a bit easier.
Yeah, I've got this one.
Yeah.
Ellie will have this one as well on previous performance.
Yeah. It's similar kind of principles to what we've had. Yeah, there we go. So
just gives you more time, Ellie, to crack those other ones. I know what that one is as well. Oh.
It's so one of my related to one of my favourite sort of series of terrible jokes.
Charles, even Charles, I think, will have that one. Come on, Charles, you can suss number 7.
And it's not the American, what is it, the Drug Enforcement Agency or whatever it's called. I can tell you that. So moving on, the 8th one.
Ooh.
This is one you can't Google. I must admit, it's a bit of a rush put it together, so I don't know if anybody's going to make any sense of this.
Well, it looks pretty.
What letters have you got?
Yeah. I'm thinking anagrams and things. Oh, yeah.
You got it?
I think so.
Maybe there are some of them watching this. I don't know. I'll just leave the clue there and move on.
Yeah, know that one.
Hopefully quite an easy one.
Come on, Charles, you must have had that one.
I'm trying to work out what the
what you mentioned.
Whose comments are for what? Charles, yes, it was the quite similar to the previous Explorer logo. I'll give you that, the one with the compass on it. That's not related to what the Rebus is, if that helps. Ellie, you might want to think a little bit, if you're talking about this one, you might want to think a bit more, because if the answer's correct, there's only one way to phrase it, if that makes sense. Sean, I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, boy.
Charles got something correct.
Yeah, I think you got that one right. I had every faith in him.
Yeah, so this one's 9, and then 10. This one is a little bit more difficult, I think. But then again, I'm terrible at working out what's easy and what's difficult to anybody who's not me. So you might have to think outside the box words you might use to describe directions.
Well, there's a few there. I'd say those the early ones blew my mind.
There's a few more as well.
Oh, there's more. Okay, excellent. How many have you got?
So this one, hopefully should be. I don't know if people have heard the phrase before. That's the only thing. But if you have,
Something like that might be. Okay.
Ellie, yes, you're right. That it is more of a verb. That's a good clue. Thank you. So yeah. That's that one.
Oh.
This one should be fairly simple, especially to musical people in the audience. And if you're not musical, maybe you could go look up some like simple musical symbols, and then it should become fairly obvious fairly soon.
I will have to check that one. I thought I knew what that symbol was, but I'm not convinced I do now. Cool, my brain's starting to hurt.
Yeah, that once you know the symbol, that one's not too bad. And then we've got a yeah. That is a good point, Ellie. I didn't intend it to be topical, but now you mention it. Yeah.
Ellie will have number 13. Kind Charles, you must have 13 as well.
I'm not quite sure what you mean, Charles, but sure. Yeah. That one should be.
That's
you
on
just
my
have to count, don't you? And then the second last one.
That's got me beaten at the moment.
It's not to do with maths, if that helps. You think there's a bit of an Avril Lavigne song in there somewhere? And then what are these and what shape are they? No, that's not necessarily very helpful. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hint without giving the answer away.
That's a good one. I think you've confused me.
That is the correct song, Rob. Yes. Okay. Yes, that was quite clever, Charles. Yeah, I didn't get it, but it was clever. And no, I don't actually. So yeah, maybe this will have to stay as one of the more difficult ones, because it'd be boring if they were all really easy.
Oh, yeah, we've got to get some of the brains. We've got to identify who the brains are in the
the last one.
Oh,
hopefully you get this.
Yeah, I know what that one is. Did I beat Eleanor? I'm not sure. I bet she was thinking it at the same time.
Yeah.
Rob and Sean and the other guys.
Charles. I'm trying to work
Charles,
out
you must have had
who's
that.
actually watching. So we've seen Ellie and Charles and Sean and Rob and Fish Slap and Source Wizard, whoever that is. I think Source Wizard is a new person.
Ah.
I'm not sure if Callum's still there because he was chatting to start with, but then
Has to change his name.
yeah,
It's a Source Wizard.
so Ellie's being more precise. So yeah, I think
Is that the last one?
that is the last one.
Oh.
Um,
You could send out another 5 on Wednesday night to really put the pressure on. Sorry.
yeah, maybe if you guys want to do that as your game, perhaps.
Come up with one. Yeah, that's a good idea. Or 2
yeah.
or 3.
Don't Google them before Wednesday because you might find these ones and then get the answers. But once you've sent your answers in,
Make your own up.
Yeah, make some up or Google some or do a mixture. A mixture would be good.
Good.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's that. To send your answers in, there is a link below on the screen. I'm going to try and put that in the video notes once they're there. I don't know how it works with live streaming. I don't think I can get to the notes until after I finish. So, yeah, if you're watching now or if you're watching later, you can post those in until the end of Wednesday.
But on today's performance, we've got to beat Eleanor.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's all I had to mention. We'll see you guys on Thursday, hopefully. Thanks, Stuart, for joining us.
No worries. In the
Is there
meantime,
anything else you wanted to cover that we haven't?
Fine, and that's my hence the cap. I'm not taking it off.
I've attempted one. I wouldn't say it's particularly brilliant. I thought I'd leave the beard and see how long lockdown lasts and see if I end up as Dumbledore. But I have attempted the hair.
Or Tom Hanks out of what was his character? I know the ball was Wilson, his mate in Castaway.
Yeah, I don't know. Not very well up on films. But nobody else has asked any more questions. So I think on that note,
yeah, we'll round it up.
Take care, guys. Look forward to your responses, entries, whatever you want to call them.